What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? This your man Lucky. I'm here. I'm in the building. Early morning. Early morning. What's going on? So let me just get straight. Let me get straight to it, okay? In this live, right, I'm going to be talking about consequences, okay? I'm going to be talking about respect, but I'm going to be talking about the consequences, okay? Listen, one thing that you must understand is that when it comes to respect, a lot of people think that people respect you because of who you are. They respect you for who you are, but it's not really like that. What you must understand is that respect is based on the consequences. Okay. People are not just going to respect you just because, you may be a big dude in the gym working out and stuff like that, man. Just because you big, just because you work out and got muscles doesn't mean that somebody's going to respect you just simply for that. Okay. People are going to respect you based off of the consequences of their disrespect. Okay. And this is in many different ways. This is with many different people, okay, whether it be family, whether it be friends, co-workers, significant others, whatever it is. So let me get a little bit into it, okay? First and foremost, when the disrespect begins, okay? When you're in a relationship, any relationship, whether it's a romantic relationship, a family relationship, whatever it is, work, however you interact with someone is a relationship. Whenever you're in a relationship, people are going to try you. It happens. Sometimes it happens naturally. Sometimes it happens without them realizing. Sometimes it happens purposely. Okay. Um, Either way, that disrespect must be addressed. You must address all disrespect when it happens. Now, you can address it in a timely manner, meaning sometimes it's appropriate to address right then and there. And other times it might be appropriate to maybe pull somebody to the side and address it because it could be something that's going on at that point in time where, you don't want to blow up a whole situation, so you might want to pull them to the side and say, "Hey, let me have a conversation with you real quick," and it not be in front of everybody, and it be a more calm situation, so that the conversation can happen in a calm, non-emotional type of way. But all disrespect must be addressed when it begins. Okay, when it begins. I'm going to use relationships like romantic relationships, okay, fellas. If you're in a relationship, ladies, if you're in a relationship and you start to see that that man or that woman are doing little things that are disrespectful, you must address that disrespect, okay? Because you must understand when you allow someone to get away with little things, those little things are going to begin to turn into big things. Okay. So when the disrespect begins, you must address it. Address it. Okay. Don't sit back and say, for the sake of, the relationship, I'm not going to say anything. I don't want to cause no trouble. I don't want to be a burden. I don't want to be a bugaboo. I don't want to be this or that, or I don't want to lose the person. So I'm just going to accept whatever it is and hope that they stop, or I'm going to look the other direction, or whatever it is. You never do that because that builds up resentment over time. Okay. So you have to address all disrespect as that disrespect begins. When you start to see that disrespect beginning, you you address it. Okay. Now, everybody's going to address disrespect differently. Just make sure you address it. That's the most important part. Make sure that you address it. You never ever not address disrespect. Excuse me, y'all. Hold on one second. You never ever not address disrespect. That's a bad move because, listen, disrespect, accepted disrespect only invites more disrespect. Accepted disrespect only invites more disrespect. It's like it's magnetic. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's magnetic. Do me a favor, y'all. If you're checking out this live stream, do me a favor, hit the like button if you like what you're hearing. Um, but listen, um, unaddressed disrespect only accepts more disrespect. It only allows more disrespect. Okay. So you never want to get involved in that. Okay. You always address it. Now, let me explain something to you about not addressing disrespect. Okay. When you do not address disrespect and it begins to escalate, the person that is disrespecting you is going to sense fear in you. You cannot show weakness. See, accepting disrespect is a way of showing weakness. Whether you at your job and your boss disrespects you, you might feel weak to your boss because you're scared to lose your job. If you're in a relationship and you're afraid to address disrespect, in regards to your spouse, it might be because you're scared to lose that relationship. Okay, and that person that is disrespecting you, when they see that you're allowing that disrespect, they can sense the fear that you have. They sense fear. They sense the fear that you have. And that's why the level of disrespect is only going to increase. You cannot show fear when it comes to addressing disrespect. If you're at a job and you're scared that your boss is going to fire you or something like that, there's going to be some type of something on the back end. They're going to lower your pay or take you off the team or drop you down or whatever it is. If you have that fear, you're not going to address the disrespect, and they're only going to come back with more disrespect. Okay, so you have to address the disrespect. Again, guys, when it comes to disrespect, the only thing people respect are the consequences. So if they know that there are going to be absolutely no consequences to their disrespect for you, why would they stop? Why would they stop? Now, see, a lot of y'all will be like, well, why did they start in the first place? I don't know. Who knows? But I think everybody has a little bit of that, like, kind of pushing in them. They're going to push and just push and just push to see what they can get away with. I think it's kind of natural. Guys dealing with women, that's just natural. They're going to push. They're going to push and see what they can get away with. Ladies, it might be natural in men too. I don't know. I've never been on that side of the fence, so I can't tell you. I can only tell you, you know what I'm saying, from my side, what I've experienced. If anybody has experienced anything different and you know what I'm saying, you want to jump out there with a comment or something, feel free. But yeah, they can sense that fear that you have. So you never, ever, ever want to be fearful to address someone's disrespect, that they've showed you. Never be fearful of that. Okay. Now, you always, always, always have to be willing to walk away from whatever it is, especially a relationship. Like when it comes to romantic relationships, you must be willing to walk away, period, point blank. It hurts. It hurts to have to walk away from somebody that you really care about, somebody that you think or you thought really cared about you. It really, really hurts. And I get that. I fully understand. I've been in that situation. So I'm not going to sit here and act like, oh, you could just walk away. It's real easy to do and this and that and blah, blah, blah. Nah, it's not easy to do. So, if you're struggling with it, if you're struggling with, you know what I'm saying, being able to walk away, I'm just letting you know that the only way you can get, you know what I'm saying, get that respect is, um, you gotta, you gotta stand up to them. You gotta stand up to the person that's disrespecting you, and you have to be willing to walk away. Period. Because at some point in time, if it continues to get worse, if the disrespect continues to get worse, the only thing you can do is walk away. Let me explain something to you. You will get what it is that you accept. Let me say it again. You will get whatever it is that you accept. Or maybe it's better to say you will continue to get whatever it is that you accept. Okay. You can't stop somebody from disrespecting you. Okay. Let me say that. You cannot stop somebody from disrespecting you. Like, they're going to do what they're going to do. You can address it. And if they choose to stop, they will stop. But you can address it and they continue on to disrespect you. And like I said, the respect is only going to get worse. So you must be willing to walk away from anyone that is disrespectful to you, period. If you don't, the disrespect will only get worse. You got to be never be so attached to anything or anyone that you can't walk away from it, or you can't walk away from them, whether it be a person, whether it be a romantic relationship, whether it be a friendship, whether it be a job, whatever it is, you have to be willing to walk away. If they're not respecting you, walk away. You have to be willing to walk away. Fellas, never be afraid to lose a woman. And to be fair, ladies, never be afraid to lose a man. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Now, why is it that someone would be afraid to lose a romantic partner? Well, I think that has a lot to do with yourself. It has a lot to do with self love, in my opinion. If you love yourself enough, you will walk away from anything or anyone that is not treating you up to your standard. So you have to look deep into yourself and say, why am I accepting this? Why am I allowing this? Why am I allowing myself, to be in a situation that is not helpful to me? Why am I allowing myself to stay in a situation that is hurtful to me? And I get it when it comes to romantic relationships. I get it. You fall in love, you get emotionally attached, and, you're weak towards that person or whatever it is. But you have to be willing to walk away. They don't respect you. They only respect the consequences. All right. So this right here is tough. And I know a lot of people that stay in situations that just ain't what they want it to be. I know I've been there before, so I know what it's like. But you got to be willing to walk away, period, point blank, okay? Like I've been saying over and over and over, they only respect the consequences. So now you're going to have to put yourself in a situation where either you walk away or you stay. You have to make a choice. But one of the things that you must understand is that if you stay, you'll never get the respect. The only way to get the respect is to walk away. But now you're like, okay, well, hold on. I walked away. I got the respect, but I don't have the person. Well, what's more important to you? You or them? See, if you stay and you allow the disrespect, then to me, and in my opinion, it looks like you value that person more than you value yourself. If you walk away from that person, you got the respect now, but you don't have the person. But you're showing that you respect you more and you love you more than the person or the thing. You understand what I'm saying? If people stay in relationships all the time and there's no respect there. So that shows that you don't love yourself as much as you love the person. Or maybe it's validation. Maybe that relationship validates you. If you're married, maybe the marriage validates you. Sometimes for women, they're validated if they have a man, regardless of how that man is treating them. Sometimes for the fellas, you're validated by that woman. Even though the woman doesn't respect you, you just validated because you have a woman, whatever it is. But you have to understand where you're putting yourself in that situation. They're only going to respect the consequences. So you walk away, you'll have the respect, but you won't have the person. If you stay, you'll have the person, but you won't have the respect. Which one is more important to you? Now, listen, I get it. I get it. Sometimes, depending on the situation, everybody looks for different things. Relationships, I said this before, are like a business in this day and age. That's pretty much, in my opinion, what it's coming down to, right? Or what it's really always been, but it's just, in my opinion, a little more exposed now than, maybe in the past. But it's a business. And so for some people, it's like, listen, I'm in business. This relationship, this is a business, right? You at a job, you getting something out of that job. So you out of the disrespect, but you're still staying there because it's getting you what you want at the end of the week or the end of the 2 weeks, depending on how often you get paid, the end of the month, whatever it is. You're there for the paycheck. You're not there because you're looking for the supervisor to treat you good. You're not looking for the managers to treat you good. You're not looking for the customers to treat you good. You're not looking for your clientele to treat you good. You're just there for the paycheck. And if that is your situation, that's on you. I'm not going to tell you what you need to do for you. Only you know what you need to do for you. If you're going to stay in a situation, just make sure that whatever it is that you're getting out of it is what you're looking for, is what you need. Okay. If you need a certain amount of respect and you're not getting it, that's going to be problematic for you. If you're not getting your needs met, don't stay in that situation. If you're at a job where you're not getting, you're not getting no respect, and that they're treating you all kind of way, they violating you or whatever, and that is a low paying job, you understand what I'm saying? With bad benefits, horrible working conditions and things like that. And at the end of the week, or whenever it is you get your paycheck, you're looking at your paycheck and like, nah, this is not working out. I'm not getting enough. Some people go to jobs that they cannot stand every day. But when they get that paycheck, they're like, yeah, okay, this is the reason why I keep coming back. And that's fine. Everybody does it. People do it in relationships. This person is not respecting me at the level at which I need to be respected. However, I'm getting this, and this on the back end. So you know what? As long as I'm getting this on the back end, then hey, I'm good with it, because that's what they're there for. You understand what I'm saying? Don't let anybody look at your situation and say, man, why are you staying in this? Or why are you staying in that? You know what it is that you're staying for. You know what it is that you need. So then don't let anybody else try to determine, what you should accept and what you shouldn't accept. You have to weigh the pros and the consequence. You have to weigh the pros and the cons to the situation that you in. If the pros for you outweigh the cons, hey, do what you got to do. That is a fact of life. That's how we live life. There's always going to be pros and cons. And so we just have to weigh the pros and cons. Are the pros worth more than the cons? Once you get to a point where the cons outweigh the pros, you're going to have to make a decision. You're going to have to make a decision. Why would you stay in a situation where the cons outweigh the pros? Listen, your situation might not be an ideal situation, but I'm telling you, as long as the pros outweigh the cons, then okay, you are right. Do I like being at my job all day long, getting forced overtime and stuff like that? Nah, I don't. However, my pay, my overtime pay, my double time pay, and all of that kind of stuff, when you add it up, all right, cool, I could deal with it. Now, if it wasn't adding up, then nah, why would I stay? You understand what I'm saying? So guys, you never be afraid to walk away from any situation. And the one thing that you must understand is that they only respect the consequences. If you don't put consequences on them, you put it like this. Everybody says that they have standards for themselves, right? Okay, cool. If you have standards for yourself, how do you enforce the standard? Because if somebody violates one of your boundaries, or someone falls below any particular standard that you have set, and you don't put any type of consequence on that, then you set the new standard. Let me give you an example, right? Let's just say, I don't know, if you have kids, right? You have kids and you tell your kids, hey, I need you in the house by 9:00. I need you home by 9:00. And your kids come in, you know what I'm saying, at 10:30. And there's no consequence for them coming in at 10:30, although you set the standard for them to be home at 9. You don't put any consequence on it. Do you think your kids are going to start coming home at 9 once you've shown them that they can come home at 10:30 and it don't be no issue, no problem, no consequence? People only respect consequences. And that's just it. And sometimes, in order to get the respect that you deserve, the consequence that you put on might have to be you losing that person or that thing, whatever it is. If you don't put the consequence on them and you stay, you'll never get the respect. You put the consequence on them and you leave, you'll get the respect. Pros and cons, what you gonna do? You gonna stay in the disrespectful situation? You gonna stay in a situation where you being violated and you're not getting anything out of it? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Listen, let me tell you something, man. Again, they only respect the consequences. And I'm gonna tell you something now. When you talk about relationships, I really want to really wanted this whole thing to be addressed directly on relationships. But a lot of times, I know I do have women, 2 or 3 women that might watch my content and they be like, well, that works both ways. That works both ways. So a lot of the things that I can talk about that works both ways for men, for women, or just in life in general, I'll put it out there just in life in general. You understand what I'm saying? But I guess I'll save the more detailed stuff for another set, I guess. But yeah, when it comes to relationships, man, it's bad. But you gotta set the listen, man, there's consequences and repercussions to everything we do in life. Everything we do in life has consequences and repercussions. We just accept them because they just are. We don't have an option and we don't have a choice as to, you know what I'm saying, whether or not those consequences and repercussions are put on us, because we just don't have a choice. We just accept it for what it is. Like life consequences. You understand what I'm saying? You walk across the street. You walk across the street without looking, you could possibly get hit by a car. Right? We understand that. You eat a bunch of fatty foods and you don't exercise, you eat trash. Yo, we're going to be trash. Our bodies are going to be trash. We're going to be overweight. We're going to be sick, whatever it is. We just accept those things because it just is. It's just a natural happening. That's how you have to make yourself. You have to make it to where people understand that they cannot disrespect you without there being a consequence or repercussion for it. This is how you set the standard for the people that are even going to approach you. Somebody that wants to disrespect you, or somebody feels like they want to say something to you or whatever like that, when they see the treatment that the other people who disrespected you got, they're going to think twice. However, if they see that somebody else disrespected you and you did absolutely nothing, that only lets them know now, okay, I can disrespect them too. And more than likely, absolutely nothing will happen to me. You understand what I'm saying? Some people out there, man, they just got that reputation, man. Hey, man, you don't disrespect that person. Why? Because the word has gotten around about what happens, what the consequences are when that person is disrespected. So you just got to understand the consequences are what people respect. And that's the only thing. You go around and let too many people start disrespecting you and you don't do anything about it, and see what happens. Your level of respect. I'm gonna give you another example. And respect, man, it just kind of it goes up and down, man, and it can go up and down very, very fast. Let me give you an example. You got a big guy walk around the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? When I was young, we had a dude who was walking through the neighborhood. He was a big dude. And you kind of knew, man, like not to mess with that guy. Not to mess with that guy, because we didn't see him put plenty of people lights out. You know what I'm saying? He done left people with them Tweety birds going around their head, knocked them out. So now, you one day you see this guy get into a I don't know, man. He get into it with somebody, man, just old little dude or something like that. And little dude just rock him. Bow. You know what I'm saying? Just right upside the head. Bang. You know what I'm saying? And got big man laid out. You're never going to look at big man the same again. You get what I'm saying? You're never going to look at him the same again, because you're like, yo, only thing you can see. Oh, listen, all them people that he, you know what I'm saying, then rocked and knocked him out and all that kind of stuff. All of that stuff. And you got this guy right here. Boom, that big guy is never going to fully recover from, you know what I'm saying, from that knockout. Matter of fact, you can use it in boxing. You know what I'm saying? A guy got a record. He's undisputed. He bad. Lose one fight. So now he got that one mark. It doesn't mean he's not a good fighter anymore. It doesn't mean he's not a good fighter. But I'm going to tell you this. There's going to be a lot more people out there that are going to try him, simply because now they see somebody else did what nobody else was able to do. The consequences, man. The consequences, man, they only respect the consequences. You got to fully understand that, man. I'm not gonna take up much more of your time. I appreciate y'all for you know what I'm saying, hopping on the live stream with me this early in the morning. I'll probably do something. I don't know. I'll probably do something like, you know what I'm saying, do some live streams, something like that early in the morning. But I appreciate y'all for locking in. I try to do my live streams later on in the evening, but it just don't be working out. But I'm gonna be doing a lot more live streams. So once again, I appreciate y'all for locking in with me. And everybody, y'all have a good day. Y'all be good. Peace. Oh, before I end the live stream, my bad. Man, I'm doing this live stream by myself, man. So y'all gotta bear with me. And it's a little early in the morning, man. I want to give a shout out to Malcolm. Put your comment up here, man. Hey, Lucky. My name is Malcolm. I just want to say I'm such a big fan of YouTube. Man, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate that. Look, I get on here and I just talk to people about, you know, my experiences, the things that I've been through. I really don't talk about, well, I talk about the things that I've seen, but more so the things that I've experienced. And if I could pass that on to anybody, you know what I'm saying? That's what I do. I talk a lot about the things that I've done, the things that I haven't done. And I also talk about the things I believe, the things that I don't believe. And one thing that I never do is I never judge anybody for the choices that they make. I never, you know, I would never call a woman, you know, like out her name because of a decision that she makes. I would never talk about, you know, a guy if, you know, he's just in a situation, you know, in a relationship and whatever he got going on with his lady. And, you know, a lot of guys are, oh, you weak, you soft, you a sucker, you this and all that, man. You know, I get it, man. I fully understand, man, what people go through, what we go through as humans. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think any of us out here are superhuman. It's very easy for someone to get in front of a camera and, you know, be tough and say this and say that and all of that. I get that. It's easy to get, well, I'm not gonna say it's easy to get in front of a camera. I don't like getting in front of the camera, man. I get nervous every time I get in front of the camera. But it's easy to portray you know, like a facade. It's easy to act like you're doing this and you're doing that, or it's easy to tell people what to do and this and that. But are you actually doing it? You know what I'm saying? It's easier said than done. Did I say that? Yeah, yeah. A lot of things, I've learned this in life. A lot of things are easier said than done. I've been in some situations where I did something that when somebody told me they were in the same situation they did, and I looked at them like, huh? You know what I'm saying? I know a friend of mine, he was like, man, let me tell you what I'm going through. And I look at him like, what? You crazy? Who? I would never. You know what I'm saying? And then turn around and it's like, wow, okay, I get it now. You know, so it's easy. So, you know, I jump on here and I just try to help people, man, help people navigate life, man, things that they're going through, things that I've been through. If I could share any of that, you know, any of the things that I've been through, I'll share it with you. And this right here, man, you know what I'm saying, consequences. You know what I'm saying? I've learned that, you know, and I've had to lose people. I've had to I've had to lose people. You know what I'm saying? I've lost plenty of people. I've lost plenty of people because I lost plenty of people because I had to make a decision. You know what I'm saying? Did it hurt? Yeah. You know, did it hurt? Absolutely. Yes. I lost people that you know what I'm saying, meant a whole lot to me. But you know, it is what it is, guys. We gotta do what we gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Weigh the pros and cons, man. You know what's important to you, know what's valuable to you. And you know what I'm saying? Just try to make the right decision. Try to make the right decision. That's what life is about. Life is about making decisions. You're gonna make good decisions, you're gonna make bad decisions, you're gonna make poor decisions, you're gonna, you know what I'm saying? Everything. You know, listen, good people make bad decisions. Do I think everybody that makes a bad decision is a bad person? No. I think good people make bad decisions. Does that mean they don't have to, you know, suffer the consequences? No, they got to suffer the consequences. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is that you accept, you're going to keep getting, in my opinion. Whatever it is that you accept, you're going to keep getting. And you know, a lot of times it's just best not to be in that situation. Weigh the pros and cons. If the pros outweigh the cons, hey, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, you know. I you know, Mr. White, I see some of the things that you putting up there, man. I'm definitely gonna take a look at them, man. And probably my streams. My streams, you know, I'll address. Maybe I'll do it like that. If you comment on the streams or something like that, I'll do the next video, the next stream about that or whatever. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure it out, y'all. I'm just trying to figure it out. But again, consequences and repercussions, man. I'm gonna say it this last time, and I'm out of here. They only respect the consequences. That's it. If you don't enforce them consequences, you don't put consequences on their actions, they're only gonna come back and do the same thing. Okay. And if that's not a ideal situation for you, then you got to get out of it. You it hurts, but it's just what you got to do. All right. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all for locking in with me, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Y'all be good. I'm out for real this time. Appreciate y'all once again. Malcolm, I appreciate you, man. I definitely appreciate you, man. And I'm gonna go ahead and see what I could do. All right. All right. Well, I'll catch y'all later. Y'all be good.